$50 on the New South Wales TAB. Lovely day, the red light on and they're all set. Queen Elizabeth Stakes Day, Champagne Stakes, St Ledger and the TJ Smith Plate. They're ready to jump. Gates open, jumped in a good line. Little Paddy out wide. Snippett's Lass, Flying Celebrity and also Walnut and the Cerise jumped away quickly and Flickering Fire on the fence away smartly. Snippett's Lass is going to lead on settling down from Walnut and Flying Celebrity. Flickering Fire fourth, Turak fifth. Back on the fence, Sash the favourite. A length away, Blazing Aura. Little Paddy after jumping well is getting back with Forsaken Gold and Bridal Chance just in front of it. 750 out and Snippett's Lass turned loose by the rider, dashed away. Led by 3 lengths on Walnut and Flying Celebrity. 2 lengths to Flickering Fire. Turak taking closer order. Sash is a bit worse than centre field on the fence. 7 off the lead. 2 lengths to Blazing Aura. Little Paddy. Bridal Chance well back and Forsaken Gold last. Snippett's Lass had a long lead as they turned the bend. Moses really going for home at the 400 metres mark. She's out by 4 or 5 lengths on Flying Celebrity. Walnut. Sash on the fence. Flickering Fire disappointed for a run and Little Paddy's coming down the outside launching a good claim. Snippett's Lass. Can she keep going at the 200? She's 4 or 5 lengths in front. Little Paddy ran to a clear second from Sash. Little Paddy's quickly overhauling Snippett's Lass. She's hit the brick wall. She's still in front, but Little Paddy's just about got her. Levels up, puts her nose in front and gets there in the last stride. Little Paddy's just won from Snippett's Lass. A daring ride by Moses. Dilly pulled it off. Third is Sash. They were followed by Flickering Fire, Bridal Chance, Blazing Aura, Flying Celebrity, Turak. Well back Forsaken Gold and Walnut was last. Little Paddy, $8.80 and $2.40. Shane Dye rode her last start when she was a
waiting on the signal. There's the light. They're away, and a little slow to begin, Mr. Bouquet. Smites' Rivalry began fast, but immediately headed by Elizabeth's Fury. Risky Venture, Gretrobi showing good speed. Smites' Rivalry holding a forward position on the inside. No Terse goes around them. Camway was next, followed by Brompton Road, and on the outside, Diet Days. Shining Path is on the outside of Bold Endeavour as they head to the 1,000-metre turn, and further back then Mr. Bouquet. Shining Path is about third last now, with Mr. Bouquet's inside and Elegant Lover is last of all. Gatton has come out of the pack to be the leader down the side to the 8.20 by about a half. No Terse, 2.5 off. Elizabeth's Fury travels well. Smites' Rivalry on the inside. On its outside, Risky Venture, and they were followed then by Camway. Gretrobi its outside, and around them Diet Days. Shining Path is now asked a question from Bold Endeavour, followed by Mr. Bouquet. Then Brompton Road and Elegant Lover last of all. Around the turn now, and they race down towards the 430, and it's Gatton's going okay. Smites' Rivalry's got out into the clear. Shining Path is 8 and 9 wide, but as they straighten, it's Gatton the leader from Smites' Rivalry. Camway got flattened. Over on the inside, No Terse, Bold Endeavour. Risky Venture runs on. Shining Path is starting to wind up, but gives them 5 lengths inside the 200. Smites' Rivalry has an unassailable lead, and Smites' Rivalry is going to be too good. Bold Endeavour's running on nicely. Further back, Risky Venture. Then came Shining Path, but it's all Smites' Rivalry, and goes home to win it nicely. Second placing Bold Endeavour, third placing Risky Venture. They were followed then by Camway in a group with Gretrobi and Gatton, and down the outside Shining Path. They were further back in the field Diet Days, followed then by Brompton Road, then Mr. Bouquet, Elegant Lover, Elizabeth's Fury, and No Terse was last.
Okay, thank you, Ron. 2, 9 and 8. Smites' Rivalry $3 1.30. Bold Endeavour $5.50. Risky Venture $1.80.
Moving into the gates now, favourite Happy Cracker. There's been a big rally though for Gold again. Now into $7.20. It'll continue to firm. Of the 7 first starters, it's clearly been the best back, number 4. 7 Spargo is in the market, 2 at $8.70. And another first starter which attracted attention, number 13 Harry's at $16.70. Antonov moved up into the gates, getting ready now for the second on the program. Happy Cracker's had 2 starts, a second at Morfettville and a win at Caulfield when he led all the way. He won very easily there, up to 58 kilos. Pressure race, he's drawn 2. And by the same token, he's going to be very hard to hold out. Oval Office goes up into the gates there, rider wearing a white cap. Spargo still out behind the line, and so too is Limoran. Now Gold again moved in. This has been very well back, Gold again. It's into 6.70 now. It's continuing to firm. Spargo coming up to an outside position. Has Stan Aitken on board. Interesting that Stan has elected to ride here because he could have had a full book just about down at Ararat, but he's come here for this ride on Spargo, a $120,000 purchase. Now Limeran's the one that we need to move in the blue and gold diagonal stripes. We'll have them set to go. First on the card, numbers were 5, 3 and 7. Bullwinkle took out the hurdle race. Strong win. Now Limeran linked in. The field looks set to go. Gold again, 3 from the outside, predominantly white colours. Happy Cracker drawn in 2. White with a green cap. Off. And now Harry's slow to move down towards the inside. Happy Cracker away fast. Gold again's going out very quickly. Will lead Geiger Wonder in the early stages. Happy Cracker third the fence, followed then by Gotham Ruler. Back behind those Soaring Away, who's close handy to them. Spargo out wide, and Big Timer is with that bunch. About 2 or 3 lengths further back in the field as Harry's getting up on the inside, being followed by Pyroes, and back behind those horses then Limeran, and they're followed by Sailor V. Antonov towards the end. Belly Keneally followed by Oval Office and White Shadow, but Gold again is bowling along in front, well off the rail, pricks the ears. He's 2 lengths to Happy Cracker. In third placing, Big Timer coming around the turn. Gotham Ruler saves ground the rail, and then Spargo from Soaring Away, but into the straight now, and Gold again's a couple of lengths clear from Happy Cracker under pressure in second placing. Gotham Ruler on the rails, and then Harry's coming home well, but Gold again, well tried, holds a 2-length margin in the last 50 and a good win. Gold again wins it from Happy Cracker. Gotham Ruler hold third. Running on well too was Sailor V in company with Pyroes on the outside, and the Harrys. They were trailed further back in the field then by Antonov, who passed a few from the tail end. Then came further back in the field Big Timer, followed by Oval Office and Belly Keneally. Well back in the field is Soaring Away and White Shadow. Towards the end was Limeran and Spargo, with one more Geiger Wonder last of all. Well, that was back like it'd win like that, and that's exactly the way it panned out. Bolted in. Number 4, Gold again, ridden by Dale Short. Hadn't trialled anywhere. Had the outside gate, but it was very heavily supported. Got into 5.10 and 170 on Super Tab. A little better in New South Wales.
Babies stand well and the gates open. Lord Keflonia, Stormy Mo out wide away quickly. Parting Jester in the centre, and Huge Heart flew out. Going very quickly as Let's Compromise. Excitant's not far away on settling down. They were followed by Happy Festival, beaten for early speed with Clan Dent, Bocelli, and Captain Suzar went to the tail of the field. Lord Keflonia tried to move up on the outside and cross, but he couldn't do so. Kicking up on the inside, Let's Compromise has joined him. Stormy Mo third. Parting Jester in the centre, fourth. Back on the inside in fifth position, Excitant. 2 lengths to Huge Heart around Happy Festival. Vanilla Bean in the centre with the black cap. Clan Dent is following him forward from Bocelli, and last of all is Captain Huzzah. Coming towards the bend, 450 out, and Let's Compromise with the rail. Went through to join left, Lord Keflonia. Coming to the outside, Parting Jester. Stormy Mo is out 4 wide, coming with a run. There's a run there for Excitant in the centre as Let's Compromise sprinted away down the outside. Clan Dent and Vanilla Bean running on. At the 200 metres mark, Let's Compromise 2.5 in front. Vanilla Bean on the outside moved to second. He looked to be the only possible challenger, but at the moment with 50 to go, there are no challengers. Let's Compromise up against the paint, well clear, and he'll bolt in. Let's Compromise by 3.5 lengths to Vanilla Bean, 4 lengths Excitant third. Happy Festival, Clan Dent died on his run from Huge Heart, Bocelli, Captain Suzar, Stormy Mo, Parting Jester, and Lord Keflonia last in.
Okay, thank you, Terry. Let's Compromise, $2.50, $1.20, $1.90, Vanilla Bean, $8.
And best away was On a Coat, who's rolled straight to the front by 2.5, Jamestown. Third, She's Our Blaze. Fourth, Romanticize. Back on the inside of those was Rose of Talac, Imitate in the centre, and then came Ripper Mate around that first turn. And On a Coat likes to bowl along, and he's getting it his own way at the moment by 3 lengths to Jamestown. 1.25 lengths away, She's Our Blaze in a little bit of a pocket. On its outside, Romanticize at the 1400. 1.25 lengths away then behind those came Rose of Talac, and neck the outside Imitate, and 1.25 lengths away last of all was Ripper Mate. Racing down in the vicinity of the 1200, and On a Code comes back to them by 1.5 lengths under the rider. Second placing Jamestown. Third, She's Our Blaze inside Romanticize. About 2 lengths further back behind them, Rose of Talac, and they were followed 1.25 lengths off behind those by Imitate and 1/2 the inside Ripper Mate. The 1,000-metre turn on them now, and On a Code still the leader. 1.25 lengths in front. Jamestown second. 1.5 lengths away third was Romanticize outside of She's Our Blaze, who's close handy. Then another 1.5 lengths further back to the favourite Rose of Tallack, a length away behind the Mima Tate and a half the inside Ripper Mate, inside the 750, and on a code by a little more than a length to Jamestown. They're coming down the side in the vicinity of the home turn, and She's Our Blazers push Romanticize wide to get away from the rail as they just quicken a bit at the 600. Then came Rose of Tallack, followed by Ripper Mate, and Imitator's dropped out to last. Around the home turn, and the leader still is on the inside, running on a code by a half to Jamestown, having a crack at the leader. Then came She's Our Blaze. Rose of Tallack has rushed up behind those. Wider out Romanticize, followed by Ripper Mate, and then came Tate at the 200-metre mark. Jamestown takes the lead. Rose of Tallack can't get to them at the moment. She's Our Blaze is trying hard with Romanticize, and Ripper Mate still there on a code, but it's Jamestown in front getting towards the line, and Jamestown wins it nicely by a couple. She's Our Blaze, the bolter, got second. Third, I think Rose of Tallack from Romanticize, on a code and Ripper Mate, and a line of 5, and about 5 or 6 lengths away on its own was Tate. Number 2, Jamestown, ridden quietly just off the speed, set by On a Code, trained at Swan Hill
Valley. And here's another call of the market. Marstic 250, pickup line 890, 21 Numawalla, Captain Clipper at 5, Compulsion 9, Gold Valley 680, Magic Claws at 790. Just repeating, that's Rod's special. I thought he would have went with pickup line. 59 Tywin and Curtifer at 68. Marstic the favourite at 250, and they're getting set for action. Now Newcastle follows, 6 minutes away. Clear and out 690. Soothsayer at 3. Bernabra at 510. Bianco Franco 16. Duty Officer 33. Liturgy 870. Oh Romeo 44. 26 Star Thea. 15 for Fleeter. Now 16 Wilmington at 15, then Gaps at 18, Corladare 36, Williamtown O'Hagan at 46. Now Terry goes for Soothsayer to beat Bernabra, 2 from 3. Moving in now at the Valley, let's take it to Greg.
For gold again. Now here, Yuma Watter's about to come up into the line. Moved in now, $2.50 for Marstic, $5.30 for Captain Clipper. 720 Gold Valley are the top 3 in the betting. 790 Magic Claws, 850 Compulsion, 880 Pickup Line. Now, that was Captain Clipper going in, and the field is set. 1,000 metres to journey. Marstic in the middle of the line. Set, racing. He began well, Marstic. Captain Clipper, one of the first out near the outside. And Gold Valley jumped quickly, so the favourites all out well. Just behind the Magic Claws with Pickup Line going through on the inside. Settling fully now at the 800 metres. And it's Gold Valley in the centre. Over on the inside, Pickup Line just about joining it with Captain Clipper on the outside of them. 2 lengths to Tywin, 4th on the inside, being followed by Magic Claws and 1 Compulsion. A Nectar Marstic between horses. Curtifer on the rail and 4 lengths to Yuma Water. They've come through the gap, nearly a line of 3. Gold Valley the centre, Pickup Line the rail. As they came up towards the home turn, and Captain Clipper is 3 wide, being followed by Tywin trying to get into the clear. Then Magic Claws, and further back Marstic switching to the inside. Pickup Line the leader coming around the turn now. From Captain Clipper, Gold Valley gone. Marstic coming through on the inside, and Compulsion coming home well. Marstic has moved up on the inside and taken the lead from Pickup Line, and class will prevail here as Marstic draws on for a comfortable win. Marstic first, second to Pickup Line, third a photo of the Captain Clipper. Tywin isn't far away on the inside. Compulsion made a little ground out wide. In behind them, Umawatta, Curtifer, and towards the tail end were Gold Valley and Magic Claws. He was Too Good Marstic, number 1, ridden by Rod Griffiths. Just set off the...
And the starters at his platform. Arcady first run back for 2 years. And there's been a good tip for him. Gates open, Ab Initio out wide, return to go, and Masked Party the first 3 to go. Paint's going very quickly, and Sam Bowers flying through in the centre. Sam Bowers going to go up and test Paint for the front from Masked Party, with Life of Riley whizzing up on the fence now to go to 3rd. Ab Initio's 5th, but caught wide. 2 lengths to Sports off the speed. Return to go with the Gold Cap is very wide. Then Trans-Siberia, Rebel Rock, 3 lengths Monopolised, Padstow, and 2 lengths to Arcady. Coming towards the bend, 600 metres out, Paint beat the Victorian just in front of Samboa. 2 lengths away to the 3-year-old Life of Riley giving chase from Ab Initio. Sports the All Cerise. Trans-Siberia coming wide. Return to goes out about 10 deep on the bend. And 2 lengths away to Mass Party, Rebel Rock, Padstow and Monopolise at Arcady. In the straight, 350 out. Samboa the front runner from Paint. Life of Riley 3 out. Ab Initio 4 out. Sports the Cerise down the centre. Rebel Rock's running on behind those, and Padstow's about to get a gap as Ab Initio claimed the front. He raced to the lead at the 100 metres mark from Life of Riley. Padstow's getting out of the ruck and running on, but Ab Initio's full flight for the wire. He's clear in the TJ Smith Stakes and he'll win it. Ab Initio first, Padstow second, Life of Riley maybe third, and what about Arcady? There's a cracker of a run first up. He got fourth. Monopolise close up from Sports. Then came Trans-Siberia, Paint, Samboa, Return to Go, Mass Party and Rebel Rock. Nothing from the winner. And it's been a great run by Ab Initio. He sat deep and he's a real specialist here at Randwick. But what about the run of Arcady? Having his first run.
Secret nearer the inside. They were followed then by Bridget Ann, Heavenly Shore, and further back to Dumpy as they start to settle now. And the leaders are She's Discreet and Funster and Astusa 3 wide. Tassie Secret the inside from Euclay's Pat. Just in behind those then came Bridget Ann, followed by Heavenly Shore. Zohar runs up behind them and 4 lengths to Dumpy, who can't keep in contact at the moment. Around the turn, She's Discreet by 3/4 of a length to Funster second. In third position, Euclay's Pat, Astusa, Bridget Ann, followed further back by Tassie Secret, and they were followed well back by Zohar, who's starting to run on. He goes for the whip on She's Discreet. Reagan Rayner's about to call upon Funster, but She's Discreet is holding Funster at the moment. Further back, Euclay's Patter's running on, but She's Discreet is starting to run away now, and She's Discreet is going to be too good. She wins it quite stylishly. She's Discreet about 5 lengths. Second placing, Heavenly Shore. Photo third, Funster or Euclay's Pat. Zohar followed further back behind those then by Astusa, Bridget Ann, then Dumpy and Tassie Secret, who showed some speed, knocked up to the tail.
OK, we'll check the third number. Thanks, Ron. An effortless win there to She's Discreet. That's where most of the money. That's the lineup for the 4th at Newcastle. Terrigo's Our Time at the Bay and Ken's Ann, 7, 10 and 14. Now getting set here at Moonee Valley. Cheltenham dividends on the 3rd. These are official now. Correct weight. She's Discreet, 220 and 130 over Heavenly Shore and Euclay's Pat. The Quinella paid $10.80 and the trifecta $88.30. Next there is due at 2:30. Getting set now at Moonee Valley. Let's take it to Greg.
Moonee Valley. Now the last one to move in here is going to be Rona. 270 for Gillo, 760 Deliciously Good Fresh, 950 Hit and Run. Lights flashing, they're off now. Lovely start too. Such a pleasure, one of the first to bounce out. Fayrouz was away quickly and goes up on the inside. Gillo, Lady Rialton and Deliciously is showing pace. Lady Rialton racing early. As they go past 1,000, Fayrouz works to the lead. Deliciously holds the rail. Such a pleasure posted 3 wide. 2.5 behind them. Gillo nicely positioned 4th on the outside of Blazicano, and then Lady Rialton 1 to Hit and Run. Rona wide, followed by Southland's Morissette. Desert Mistral over on the rail. Then 2 lengths a line back there in company with Tenacity, and 3 or 4 lengths to Miss Angelique. Such a pleasure doing over time at the 600. Works 3 wide to the lead over Fayrouz Deliciously. Moving up 4th, the grey Gillo, being followed then by Lady Rialton, Blazicano. Rona starting a run around Hit and Run. Desert Mistral saves ground, squeaking up on the inside, and then Morissette and a line. As they came to the turn, Deliciously's got through on the inside and leads. Gillo's coming after us, Such a Pleasure between them under pressure. Desert Mistral over on the rails, and then Hit and Run. Fayrouz with a line out wide. Gillo dashed to the lead round the turn. Here's Hit and Run coming after it. Gillo in front. Hit and Run straightened up as closing. Gillo tackled by Hit and Run, who goes home the better. And Hit and Run's won it by a length. Coming home well, Tenacity will grab second. Hit and Run from Tenacity and Gillo. Then came Desert Mistral, who held on well on the inside. Miss Angelique made ground out wide from Fayrouz, aligned Deliciously. They're trailed further back by Such a Pleasure. And back behind those to finish in the race, Southlands in company with Rona, Lady Rialton and Blazicano last. Pace right on, set it up for Hit and Run to come over the top. And she's done so, just ducked in a little bit at the top of the straight after Gillo had dashed to the front. Patton straightened her up though, and she swept down the outside to win. Number 5, Hit and Run, Jason Patton first, continuing her love affair with Moonee Valley. 6 starts here for 3 wins and a second.
I jumped away well. The arm began smartly. Here's Ronnie in Triple Crown with Inshallah and Kugelhoff all jump smartly, and as they come around the bend the first time, here's Ronnie's out very deep. He's in the centre of the track, but he's taken to the front now by Cassidy. Triple Crown settles down second. Inshallah quickly goes up on the paint to be third from Kugelhoff. Battle Spirit with the red cap, Striding Edge is obliged to race 4 and 5 deep, and he's striding around the outside. Zazabil settles in about 7th position on the inside, 2 lengths to the arm. Praise indeed. He's ridden to be 1 up on the outside, about 2 lengths to Untrue. They were followed by Salieri Sam, and Hum went out to the tail of the field. They raced towards the 2100 metres mark, and here's Ronnie taken to the front, led by 2 lengths on Triple Crown. Striding Edge is wide. Inshallah beautifully balanced up on the fence at the crossing. A length away, Kugelhoff, and Zazabil, the filly, is racing 5th on the inside. Battle Spirit wide. He went up in the centre there, and that pushed Striding Edge out 4 deep now. Praise indeed a little worse than centre field outside of the 4-year-old. The arm 2 lengths to Untrue. Then Salieri Sam, and his other Kiwi counterpart at the tail of the field is Hum. Inside the 1800 metres mark, and the Sydney Cup runner-up, here's Ronnie in charge. Battle Spirit moved up to be a clear second. Inshallah third. Triple Crown fourth. Striding Edge has had no luck in the run. York's out 3 deep, and he can't get in at the moment. He'll have to stride forward shortly. Zazabil is back on the inside in 6th position from Kugelhoff. Praise indeed. The arm Untrue. Salieri Sam and Hum whip them in. A good 9 lengths first to last, short of 1400 metres to go. Here's Ronnie held back to the field by Cassidy, led just over a length on Battle Spirit and Inshallah. Dye has given the mare a great run on the fence. Striding Edge out deep. A length away, Triple Crown. Now Kugelhoff, Marshall is off with the red cap, and he's whizzing up. The leader started to drop anchor there, and he's moved up very quickly to go to second. It's here's Ronnie, short of 1200 metres to go in front, and now joined by Kugelhoff. 2 lengths away, Battle Spirit. Striding Edge, Inshallah on the fence, 2 lengths to Triple Crown. Praise indeed. Charles is starting to go forward. Zazabil the inside, just inside of the favourite. Then came the arm Untrue, Salieri Sam and Hum. At the 850 metres mark over the crossing, here's Ronnie in front, led by 3/4 of a length, and Cassidy is digging him along. Kugelhoff's in second position. 2 lengths to Inshallah, about to come into the fray. Striding Edge has been wide. Zazabil is travelling well on the fence and is being heeled along to make ground now from Battle Spirit. Triple Crown's well back. Oh, Praise Indeed's dropped the bit. Praise Indeed's gone out to second last as they round the bend. In the St Ledger at the 400 metres mark, here's Ronnie in front. Kugelhoff, the 3-year-old, after him. Here's Inshallah out in the centre, letting down with a strong run. Zazabil tried to go with the mare, but Inshallah claimed the front on top of the rise. Here's Ronnie's kicking again. Zazabil with the lightweight coming through in the centre. Inshallah at the 150. Dye had taken the mare clear. Zazabil's trying to knuckle down to the task and level up. She's coming at Inshallah. Will the pull and the weights make the difference? Zazabil levelled up to Inshallah. Inshallah kicking, and she wins the St Ledger. Gives Dye another Group 2. Inshallah first from Zazabil. 3 lengths away, third is Ronnie. Kugelhoff next. Praise Indeed, never going to win. They were followed by Salieri Sam, Battle Spirit, well back in the field with the arm, Triple Crown, Hum, then Untrue, and Striding Edge will sleep well tonight. He was last.
Unfortunately, we'll have to leave you there, Terry, after the Group 2 St Ledger Stakes. Inshallah, 760 and 210. Zazabil, 150. Is Ronnie, $1.80 off Mowbray.
Good shortener from about 5:30, 10 minutes ago into 380. Winged Foot. This is his real chance to strike winning form again. At his best in the past, he's accounted for much stronger company than this. But he's just going through a form lapse at the moment. There's the light for the Liston family handicap, and they're away. And Just Dynamite threw the head up and missed it, and a bit slow to begin too was Military Orbit. There's a good battle for the early leaders as they thunder down to the post in the first circuit, where out wide Currency Road is prominent. Down on the inside, the Hurdler Adventure is also there. Between them is Avec Espoir, wider out around those Action Packed, and they were followed by, down near the inside, Pines Princess. Going through on the inside of her was Wingfoot to be prominent. They were followed by Voodoo Sunset. Then back in the field, Roman Coin is caught wide, pushing up J Beth in the middle with Strike Breaker on there inside the Grey Quinoa. 2 lengths further back to Top Duel, 2.5 away Just Dynamite and Military Orbit. Adventure shows the way at the 1600 metres as they head towards the far side. By a length and a quarter, Currency Road. Wingfoot's got a nice run on the inside of Avec Espoir. Then came Pines Princess, from around them Roman Coin. Next the inside, the Grey Quinoa. Voodoo Sunset, Action Packed is caught wide. J Beth outside of Strike Breaker. Then and Top Jewel, third last. Second last is Military Orbit, and a length away is the Steeple Chaser, Just Dynamite. About 10 lengths first to last as they go to the 1200 and Adventure on top, 3/4 to Currency Road, sneaking a bit closer. 2 lengths away then on the inside of Avic Aspire is Winged Foot, and then another length and a half to Pines Princess. Over on the outside, Roman Coin, and on the inside, Quinoa improving. Another length and a half away behind them, Action Packed outside of Voodoo Sunset. Then a length to Strike Breaker. 3/4 to Top Jewel, J Beth the outside, 2 to Military Orbit, and 2 last of all, Just Dynamite. They're about to come down the side at the 800 metre mark. Adventure only a neck in front. Second, Currency Road, third a length away. Then came Winged Foot, who's got away from the rail and he's travelling. Then Avic Espoir, followed further back by Quinoa, still getting runs near the inside. Pines Princess scrubbed up from Roman Coin, but they were followed then by Voodoo Sunset. Then Action Pack, Top Jewel, J Beth, Strike Breaker, Military Orbit, and last for home, Just Dynamite. Currency Road led. Winged Foot is coming after him now, the top weight. Winged Foot goes to Currency Road and they draw away by 3. Back behind them, Avic Espoir. Quinoa followed then by Voodoo Sunset, and the others are struggling. Winged Foot is gradually wearing down Currency Road. 2 lengths away, Avic Espoir is starting to lift now. Avic Espoir is coming after Winged Foot, who's got the measure of Currency Road. Avic Espoir won't get Winged Foot, neither will Voodoo Sunset, who runs on late, and Top Jewel. And Winged Foot, he found his niche back to winning list today, and he wins a length and a half, Voodoo Sunset. Currency Road's there in a photo for third. Top Jewel, the centre, Avic Espoir, who looked a big chance at the 300. He's out wider still. Back behind them, 5 lengths away, Action Pack leads those who are straggling in. Quinoa, followed by Pines Princess, Strike Breaker, Military Orbit, and J Beth. Further back, Adventure, who showed early dash, and a long last behind them, tailed out, were Roman Coin and Just Dynamite. Number 1, Winged Foot, back to winning form today. He would never get a better.
Now in he goes to the outside, so they're set. And they're racing immediately. Raptor out fairly on the inside. Mr. Obliging dropped out to last. And Street Fighter's the first out from Emigrant. Raptor, hard ridden to hold his rail position, is pushing up strongly. They're followed by Sir Boom, and also in that bunch of leading horses is Rancho Spark. Now they sort themselves out at the bottom turn now. Street Fight outside Raptor, who's done some working to get there. In third placing on the outside of those is Rancho Spark, and 2 lengths Sir Boom. Emigrant over on the inside, followed by Bay won the Shiner. About 3 lengths further back is Belzavia Stargrazer. One of the last coming down the side. Then on the outside is Ben's Rocket, and Mr. Obliging is last of all. Coming towards the home turn now and working out wide. Rancho Spark takes the lead from Raptor. Gronbay running on very well, and so is the Shiner around the outside, followed by Sir Boom Emigrant. Mr. Obliging is still back last under the whip when they come round the turn. Raptor's done some work. He straightens in front of Gronbay. The Shiner running on down the outside is coming home well, and then Ben's Rocket. It's the Shiner after Raptor and Gronbay in the centre. The Shiner, Gronbay and Raptor. The Shiner's running about. He's taken the lead. Ben's Rocket and Sir Boom are coming at him. The Shiner just in front. They hit the line. The Shiner's just won it from either Sir Boom, Ben's Rocket the outside. Raptor's close up. Then came Stargrazer, followed by Mr. Obliging. Back behind those in the field were the weakening Gronbay and Emigrant, followed further back by Belzavia. Then came Rancho Spark, who had to weaken after working so hard, and Street Fight last of all. Now the judges called for a photo here. I thought the Shiner might have had an...
Well, gates open. They jumped almost in one line with Master Mason going back after the start. Forest Express, the filly, clearly won the kick. Quick Star, Shogun Lodge, Let's Rock Again and Whistler wide out are all showing speed, sorting themselves out, and Let's Rock Again goes to the front. Whistler is second, Shogun Lodge third, but they're out 4 and 3 deep respectively. Then came Forest Express, dangerous a little bit wide, starting to steady. Quick Star's on the fence, 2 lengths to Vintage Morn and Master Mason. They're only hacking at the 1,000 metres mark, and Whistler's moved up, and Lenny Beasley's taken him to the front. He leads narrowly by a short head on Let's Rock Again, with the filly again going through to join him and now head him. 2 lengths away, Quick Star in a good spot. Oliver's got him in beautifully positioned. Shogun Lodge on the outside from Dangerous. Forest Express is third last the fence. Then Vintage Morn and Master Mason. They're absolutely jogging. 800 metres metres to go in the Champagne Stakes, and Let's Rock Again in charge. She's got her ears pricked and led 3/4 of a length on Whistler. Quick Star is inside of Shogun Lodge. Die's close enough if good enough on the favourite. They were followed by Dangerous. Cassidy right behind Die, but Die's going forward 3 deep on Shogun Lodge now. Then came Forest Express. Vintage Morn to the outside. It's simply going to be a sprint home. He's the deepest runner from Master Mason. In the straight, Let's Rock Again, the leader from Whistler. There's a run for Quick Star, and he's coming through quickly. Shogun Lodge on the outside, under Hands and Hills from Die, and 2 lengths to Forest Express, and then Dangerous. Quick Star's got the gap, and he's assumed the role of pacemaker at the 200. Coming at him is Shogun Lodge. Let's Rock Again's kicking again. Shogun Lodge, Let's Rock Again, Quick Star. Oliver throwing everything at Quick Star. He's in front, and he's going to win the Champagne Stakes. He gets him home, Oliver. Quick Star first, Let's Rock Again second, Shogun Lodge third from Forest Express, then Vintage Morn, Whistler. Well back was Dangerous, and Master Mason last home. Well, they've simply walked in the early stages, and the back markers had absolutely no chance. And a beautiful ride by Damien Oliver on Quick Star, showing great vigour with the whip in the right hand. Drove him up to Let's Rock Again, who had had such a charmed run in the lead.
Tinton Abbey just ahead of it. Ben Lewin came out running with Dedication Boy prominent. Also up there in the thick of things was Count Christo, who's moving around them, and Shamrock Door is also going with them. Now it's Shamrock Door at the 1200 metre point along the far side, and Count Christo the outside just shading it. They were followed by Ewan, rather it's Bischoff going up to be third. Then came in the centre Dedication Boy. Back on the inside Ben Lewin. Further back then Key Issue. Ewan around Balmaha, followed by I'm a Real. They were followed by Tinton Abbey. Queen of Mars is last outside of Born Again Zam. Pace was quite steady in the early part, and they've just slackened a bit coming down the side where the leader is Count Christo, given a momentarily breather by about 1.25 to in second position Shamrock Door. Third placing on the outside Bischoff. Down on the inside Dedication Boy. Ewan is about to join the grey Ben Lewin, and they were followed inside the 600 by Balmaha. Queen of Mars to the outside of Key Issue. Further back in the field Tinton Abbey under the stick before straightening, and they were followed then by Born Again Zam and I'm a Real. Around the home turn they race now, and Count Christo kicked away. 2.5 in front. Dedication Boy races after it very quickly now and moves up on the outside. Where's the import? Here he comes, Ewan down the middle with a good finish, but he's 4 or 5 off Dedication Boy. Dedication Boy 2.5 in front of Count Christo. Ewan is running on well. He's putting in an eye-catching debut in Australia, but Dedication Boy slapped to the line, Hands and Heels, wins it by 3 lengths to Ewan. A nice effort. Balmaha in a photo with Count Christo for third and fourth. Ben Lewin behind them. Queen of Mars from the rear. Shamrock Door followed by Key Issue. I'm a Real followed by Bischoff, and they were followed by Born Again Zam and Tinton Abbey. Dedication Boy has won the 5th, the Alleged Lady Plate. Number 13, Dedication Boy. Number 10, Ewan. And 1 Balmaha was there coming after Count Christo for the 3rd and 4th, just watching the replay. And it'll get up to get 3rd Balmaha over Count Christo in the time of 1:26.93. 13 Dedication Boy out of the very astute Strathalbyn stables of Brian Mueller, raced by his wife Lorraine.
Mini version 18 and Pancho Lad at 33. Terry selects Pistol Star to beat Cavina and Oakfield Prince 3, 6 and 2. They're getting set at Moonee Valley for race 6. Let's take it to Greg.
Right, Darren, just the last few to get ready here. $5.10, Scenic Sprint starting to firm up late in betting. Could even run a favourite. $5.60 Citronella, $4.30 for Del Quarren. So Del Quarren is tote favourite. Scenic Sprint really firming now into $5.10 and $5.60 Citronella. They're the main chances. $8.70 Carmanesque is next best. Out to $11.80 for Sus. Rulable coming up into the gates now, next to Miss Dane Hill, 1,600 metres. And this is the 6th event. Citronella getting a little edgy down towards the inside in 4. Off they go. Archangel, or she dwelt a little on the inside, missed it a long neck or so. Del Quarren a bit slow. dropped out to be last of all now. And away fast side are in. Scenic Sprinters going forward. Suss and Rulable on the improve from wide barriers. But Archangel mustering her pace now. Running up towards the turn at the 1200 holds the rail. Little Archangel in front. Side are in as second on the outside of her. Then Scenic Sprint on the inside of Suss. Scenic Sprint just wanting to get the head up a little bit. 2 lengths to Rulable. Fifth outside Citronella. 1 to no 4 side Tupelo. Fellowship outside them 3 wide. 1.5 Western Love Carmanesque. 2 lengths to Del Quarren Pukahina. And Miss Danehill is last of all. Pace right on. And Cider in as Working Archangel. Leads her by about 3/4 of a length. Couple of lengths away Suss third. And then Scenic Sprint in fourth placing 2 lengths back. 1.5 behind them Citronella Rulable. 2 lengths to Fellowship. 3 wide all the way. Tupelo on the rails and no foresight between horses. A length to Carmanesque. Followed then by Western Love. Del Quarren Pukahina. And Miss Danehill. They've gone hard here. Coming past the 600 metres. Cider in the leader from Archangel. Scenic Sprinters third. Fellowship working around the outside with Rulable. Citronella's also coming home well. Further back, Suss under pressure. Carmanesque is starting to work home well. Del Quarren still a fair way back. Archangel booting back on the inside and Cider in the 2 leaders. Scenic Sprint and Citronella out wide are claiming them. Fellowship is running on and so is Carmanesque. Citronella takes the lead from Scenic Sprint. Carmanesque down on the inside of them and then Fellowship and Del Quarren. Citronella in front of Scenic Sprint. Carmanesque, Fellowship. Citronella tied, holding on. Citronella by a half length to Scenic Sprint second. Photo third, 3 in it. Carmanesque the rail, Fellowship and Del Quarren. They're clear of Pukahina. Miss Danehill, Archangel folded up. And behind her to finish was Tupelo, followed further back by Cider in. And then came Western Love, Suss, Rulable, and a bad last, no foresight. Citronella's taken it out, number 4. Ridden by Nash Rewilla, trained by Tony Noonan. Second will go to number 2, Scenic Sprint, and there's a photo for third, not much in that. There's 3 of them in the decision for third place. Leave that one to
And Darazari jumped away quickly, and Sunline, as you would expect, pinged out of the gate. She's going forward. Sky Heights inside of her, so Sunline's forward deep and Cassidy's going to let her amble up and go to the front. Sky Heights is going to go with the filly. Oliver's going to put a bit of pressure on in the early stages. Lisa's moved around the outside, 3 deep to go to third. Intergaze the inside from Darazari, and Istadad went out to the tail of the field. At the 1600 metres mark, and Sunline went to the front. Idle's clear by 2.5 lengths on Sky Heights. A length and a half to Lise. Istadad the inside from Darazari, and they were followed by Intergaze settling third last on the inside. At the 1400 metres mark, Sunline coming back under Cassidy. Led just over a length on the Derby winner Sky Heights. A similar margin third is Lise. They were followed by Intergaze inside Darazari and a length away to Istadad. There's only 4 lengths first to last at about the halfway mark, 1,000 metres out in the Queen Elizabeth. And Sunline is doing it all her own way in front. Led just over a length on Sky Heights. I wonder when Oliver will start to go forward. He's creeping closer now and put a bit of pressure on the champion New Zealand filly. Lisa's third. Intergaze fourth the inside from Darazari, and Istadad is still last of all. At the 800 metres mark, Sunline. Oh, she's travelling sweetly. Just over a length on Sky Heights. Oliver going forward now. He's within a neck of Sunline. Lisa's on his back, starting to improve, but being niggled at. Intergaze back on the inside. Then came Darazari and Istadad. Coming towards the bend, 500 metres out. Sunline in front. He hasn't moved yet. Cassidy, he's as quiet as a mouse. He'll turn the bend by a long neck in front of Sky Heights, and the 2 3-year-olds have raced away from the other 3-year-old Lise. Then came Intergaze. Sky Heights on top of the rise, hit the front. Sunline's under pressure, but she's rallying back strongly, and Lisa's running on. Intergaze is starting to come with a withering run. The giant killer. Intergaze on the outsides, hit the lead from Sky Heights. Lise late on the scene. Istadad. Carmody had taken Intergaze to the front. He's going to win the Queen Elizabeth for 2 years out of the last 3, and Intergaze too good. He wins it from Istadad and Sky Heights. Then came Lise. Sunline gave up quickly in the straight, and Darazari was last home. Intergaze with an electrifying burst of speed at the 250 metres mark has won his second Queen Elizabeth from the last 3 runnings and has topped the $2 million in stake earnings. Number
Stand by for a start. Hope he hasn't broken a leg. The first of the Schweppes Triple Crown. $1 million bonus for a filly that can win all 3. Nina Haraka favourite, 3:30. Ready. And they're on their way and often missed it by about a length. Nina Haraka out wide has begun pretty quickly, but so too have a heap of them through on the inside. Going fast is Vandalism to be an early leader. Iguazu, the Kiwi's gone over very quickly to join in with those, and Rose of Dane's gone up ahead of a few, and Episode's 4 deep as they go to the first turn. Back in behind them over on the inside running was sneaking through Twinkles. Nina Haraka 3 deep around those, and pushing up in the centre was Tara Zeal. They were followed by Often, and further back in the field as Nina Haraka goes forward now to be third. They were followed further back in the field by Savannah, and then came Toy Carousel. Back on the inside, Ras Bright here, and they were followed then at the 1200 metre mark by, on the outside, For Survival. Back on the inside, Often, who's back amongst the cap catchers. Back there with it was Visual Displays, and on the outside, Narrowly. And last of all is My Jasper, who's going to give them all a start. Down the side they race, and Episode is the clear leader now. By 2.5, the Kiwi filly Iguazu is right on its hammer. Over on the outside within a neck was Nina Haraka, followed then by Oakstream at the 800, and they were followed right around the outside by Rose of Dane, improving sharply and got up inside of Oakstream. Back on the inside behind those then was Looking for Room, Vandalism, as they come to the 600 prior to the turn. Then came Toy Carousel, and they were followed further back by For Survival, Ras Bright here. Over on the inside was Savannah, as heads the others, followed by Visual Displays. Episode leads them for home by a length and a half. Nina Haraka, Iguazu third under some pressure, followed then by Rose of Dane, and now down the outside Tara Zeal. It's Episode the leader. Nina Haraka is trying her heart out at the 200, and then Tara Zeal, but it's Episode the leader. Nina Haraka is trying to wear her down. It's Episode. Nina Haraka is lifting, and with Tara Zeal, Nina Haraka takes the lead from Episode on the line. Oh, I don't know. Oh, gee, there's not much in it. Episode or Nina Haraka in a bobbing finish with Tara Zeal close up third. They were followed then by close up Toy Carousel. Then came on the outside Ras Bright here, Rose of Dane. Visual Displays followed back behind them by Savannah. And then came Vandalism, followed further back in the field by Jasper. Iguazu's run an ordinary race. Narrowly off, and further back then came Oakstream, and Twinkles was last. Well, Nina Haraka looked as though she was going to snare the other one, but it's lifted. Episode on the
665, Dantel Sean 180, Lieutenant Jag 380. Moving in Melbourne, repeating the protest, Sydney is fourth against third. Jim Cassidy on lease, protesting against the third horse, Sky Heights. Damien Oliver for alleged interference on the home straight. Now to Greg in Melbourne.
Set to go, Often racing. Oliver Twist, the favourite, one from the outside, began okay. Streak jumped all right. The well-tried Magneto showing some pace, and now Londelaise is going to cut the field off pretty comfortably. Video Fan got away well, is heading forward, but Londelaise out to the 1200 metres is the leader, about 2 or 3 lengths in front. Magneto goes to second, followed by Streak showing some early pace, and then Video Fan. Carptonite fifth, the rail, the grey, followed then by Diabolical and Oliver Twist on the outside, about a length and a half. Blaze the Turf, who's reefing and pulling, followed by Wesley Boy, Ancient City, Mr. Neslow, and New Kingston is back last of all. Londelaise is bowling along in a world of her own out to the turn at the 800. 4 lengths in front of Magneto, a length and a half away Streak on the outside of Carptonite, one to Video Fan fifth, and then Blaze the Turf. Oliver Twist, Ancient City pulls to the outside, is making a quick move around the outside, followed by Diabolical, New Kingston. Towards the end, Wesley Boy and Mr. Neslow. Londelaise the leader at the 600 metres. Magneto's bridging the gap, and so is Ancient City. Wide out getting to third, and there's Oliver Twist starting to loop them. He's going out quickly after the leading horses, followed by Streak and Video Fan running on fairly well. Nearing the turn, Little Londelaise the leader, a length and a half in front of Magneto. Oliver Twist the widest runner. Ancient City's dropped off, and then came Streak. Londelaise leads into the straight below the 200, 2 lengths in front of Oliver Twist, Magneto and Streak. It's Londelaise in front. Oliver Twist lifting and coming home. Londelaise running out. She's 3/4 in front. Oliver Twist, Londelaise in front. Londelaise 1.5 head Oliver Twist. Streak third, and then came Magneto and Ancient City from Video Fan, and next Diabolical. A break in the field, Blaze the Turf, trailed in by Carptonite. And the last few are Mr. Neslow, Wesley Boy and New Kingston.
Thank you, Greg. Londelaise 620 and 2 even. Oliver Twist 150 and Streak $3.60. Now, Mowbray dividends on race 6. The winner, Blue Tinsk, number 3 It returned at $2.80 and $1.80. Torridon second, Leah third, Quinella 15.90, trifecta 47.
Brilliantly. Harvey, though, has jumped away. Racing Machine in a rush, and he's going around and he's going to take on the filly. Racing Machine drawing a half length in front of O'Hare, immediately handed up, and look at from the outside, Paradise Park across. She's third, one off the rail. Miss Donna, Fire Dancer tracked them across, and then Pulsara between horses, followed then by Night Watchman, Tuscan Fling, Heart Shapes midfield. On the rail, Vapor, followed by Full Pass, Man from Memphis, Super Hummer, Ellie's Quest, Princess Kaya, and last is From the Hip at the 750. And Racing Machine slowed them down. Going around the outside, Fire Dancer's gone up to sit at its girth, a length and a half to the favourite, Climb the Vine. On her outside, Paradise Park, 2 to Pulsara, Miss Donna struggling, and they're being followed by Night Watchman, ridden along by King between horses, Heart Shape, more than a length further back to Full Pass, Vapor, Man from Memphis, Super Hummer, followed further back then by Tuscan Fling, From the Hip, Princess Kaya, and Ellie's Quest. Around the corner in the Sire's Produce, and over on the outside, Paradise Park's out after Racing Machine. Fire Dancer between them, Climb the Vine, struggling back near the fence for the moment. Paradise Park at the 170, Racing Machine, they're the leaders. Racing Machine and Paradise Park on the inside. Racing Machine, Paradise Park trying hard. Racing Machine's bored out underneath Paradise Park, but he's got the money. Racing Machine, he was very green in the straight. He's won at a neck, Paradise Park. Pulsara probably third from Heart Shape, followed on the outside by Super Hummer, Full Pass, and then Fire Dancer. Next home was Vapor, From the Hip, Climb the Vine, knocked up in the straight, Night Watchman, and then Man from Memphis, followed wide out by Miss Donna. They were followed home by Tuscan Fling, Princess Kaya, and
Line, Nova Nadim and Haute Couture went back after the start. Come On Grace flew out. She'll lead Foxwood and Zastov going through in the centre. A length further back is Staging, starting to improve Zaquita, and Alavana's very wide with the gull cap. They were followed by Jade Tights on the inside as Staging eases. She's about centre field. Going up on her outside, Gumnut Geiger or Staging got badly checked there. Fast 3 deep moves forward, and Nova Nadim was checked. Well back in the field, Opera Dancer, then came Crimson, and last of all, Haute Couture. Come On Grace leads the way 1,000 metres out, sweeping down the side from Alavana, moving to second. Zastov third. Zaquita fourth and wide. In the centre, Foxwood. Back on the fence, Jade Tights from Bell. Then came Staging in the clear, a length away to Fast. They were followed by Gumnut Geiger. On the inside, Crimson. Well back, Nova Nadim, Haute Couture, and Opera Dancer whipped them in. 750 out, Come On Grace in front. No real change to the order. Led a half length on Alavana, the former Kiwi striding closer. Then came Zastov inside of Zaquita. They were followed by Foxwood. Bella's coming to the outside in the cerise colours. Jade Tights the fence from Fast, Staging in the green going forward. Nova Nadim very wide. Then Crimson, who's well back with Haute Couture, Gumnut Geiger, and Opera Dancer last of all. At the foot of the rise, 400 out. Come On Grace, the front runner. Alavana starting to range up alongside of her. Zastov going for a run in the centre. Foxwood, Jade Tights behind those, running on from Zaquita, and Staging's about to get out. At the 200, here's Zastov with a lightning run. She's moved up to Come On Grace. Come On Grace in front of Zastov. Alavana and Staging is starting to roar home. Staging coming 2 to their 1, moving up to Come On Grace, and she might have got there. Staging from Come On Grace and Zastov, but it's a tricky one. They were followed by Jade Tights, Alavana. Bell was next of all from Foxwood, Opera Dancer, Crimson, Haute Couture, Fast Zaquita, Gumnut Geiger, and Nova Nadim was last home. Staging has come with a mighty run. Gee, if she has been beaten, she has been the best of good things beaten. She was absolutely in all sorts of trouble running into the first bend.
Most of these getting set. Episode 1, the Lakewood Stakes, in a fantastic finish over the favourite Nina Haraka and a close third, Tarazil. Most of these are in for the Bellotto handicap. Bellotto standing at Lakewood Stud. Set and Racing, Gold Crystal pinged out. Shanghai out from the inside to be a leader. Away Fast Kun Preacher, and also away Well Sir Archer. Wide out Malnamuka is going very keenly with them too. And even deeper on the track was Finn Spang, followed close up by Greygo. In that division too is Celtic Lass from Palace Lord. Major Works is wide. Lord Regier retrenched back behind them. Gold Crystal shuffled back now as Malnamuka took a clear lead at the 600. Further back to Calarays and Alvor as they come around the turn. Kun Preacher's found itself well back. So is Tamberlad and the stablemate Lord Matthew. Sir Archer's after Malnamuka as they straighten. Over on the outside, Fingspang. Behind them, Gold Crystal trying to shoulder out. On its outside, the grey came Grego. He's had good support and he's chiming in with a big finish. Further back, then Celtic Lass giving ground, followed by Major Wilkes, but it's Grego. He's raced after Sir Archer. Sir Archer and Grego. Here's a go. Sir Archer, Grego, reminiscent of the previous race. Sir Archer, Grego. Going on the previous, it'll be Sir Archer from Grego. Third, not sure. Retrenchor, Gold Crystal, Finspang. They were followed further back behind those then by Alvor. Then Lord Regier, followed by Kun Preacher. He's run a better race today. Major Wilkes, followed then by running on Lord Matthew Palace, Lord Tambin Lad, Lucky Day, Malnamuka knocked up, so did Celtic Lass and Calorays. Another great finish here, maybe Sir Archer the inside, as was the case in the previous, the Lakewood, when episode just held off near.
Bolter is $4.40. $4 for Willie Watt, $6.30 Brave Chief, $9.20 for Aggie's Heart. So repeating the protest at Ascot, upheld, new numbers at 10, 2 and 13. Let's take it to Greg now at the Valley.
All in. Willie Watt favourite at $4. Light flashing away. They're set to break. Racing now. And let's see now, Bolter began well with Minesweeper. No Mystery dropped out early in company with Flirty Bird. Brave Chief away very fast, leads Ernesto. Willie Watt taking a sit today just behind them on the inside. There's Minesweeper and Aggie's Heart going forward from wide barriers. Bolter 3 wide, easing back for a sit somewhere as they head out of the straight. Golden Sarah from the outside gate dropped out to last of all. Brave Chief hunts through and leads. Minesweeper is second out to the 1600. 2 lengths Ernesto. Willie Watt with lovely cover on the inside in fourth, placing the rail. Then Metalwood, who hasn't got too far away today. Next Aggie's Heart the outside and Bolter. A length further back Sailor's Carriage. No Mystery wide. Oak Crest between horses. Then came Alframati and Flirty Bird together. And Oregon Star on the outside of Golden Seraph the last two. Brave Chief leads out to the 1200 metre mark, bowling along 2.5 to 3 lengths in front. Running second is Minesweeper. A length away third, Willie Watt on the inside of Ernesto. They're being followed by No Mystery, covering ground on the outside. Metalwood on the fence, 1.5 to Aggie's Heart, and then Bolter, followed by Flirty Bird, Sailor's Courage, Oak Crest, Alframati, Golden Seraph and Oregon Star. Brave Chief, the leader, out towards the turn at the 800 metre mark. 2 lengths in front, Minesweeper. A length and a half to Willie Watt, who's just off the bit a little there. Has to be scrubbed up to hold the place on the rails. No Mystery's never been on the course, on Ernesto in the centre. 2 or 3 lengths to Aggie's Heart. Metalwood over on the rail, struggling a bit as Flirty Bird starts a run, and Bolter's now starting to put himself in the picture. And a couple of lengths to Oregon Star, peeling out wide by the school now. Minesweeper and Brave Chief together. A length to Aggie's Heart. Ernesto got flattened there, lost ground quickly. Next Flirty Bird on the inside. Willie Watt picking up the bit again, and then Bolter and Golden Seraph. It's Minesweeper on the outside. Aggie's Heart about to claim it. 3 wide. Brave Chief fighting back near the inside. 2 lengths to Willie Watt, and then Golden Seraph, and Bolter is next. Aggie's Heart takes the lead around the home turn. Aggie's Heart drawing a length in front of Willie Watt, Brave Chief and Minesweeper, but Aggie's Heart is clear out in the middle of the course, coming away, and Aggie's Heart goes on to win it well. Aggie's Heart first. Photo the minors between Willie Watt and Minesweeper. Clear of Brave Chief, a gap to Golden Seraph, Alframati, Oregon Star, Flirty Bird, then Bolter, who struggled from No Mystery, Oak Crest, a long break Sailor's Courage, Ernesto, and Metalwood dropped out to finish last of all.
Okay, thanks, Greg. We'll have to leave you there. Thanks for your help today. 9.10, 280 for Aggie's Heart. A photo for the minors. 2 Willie Watt showing 170 at 8 Minesweeper, $3.80. 5 and a photo. At the Gold Coast, 11 the winner. Our Red Boy, the inside horse, 25.05 and 5.70, defeating Super Steam.
Mine from here and the gates open. Room for a Slew and Goodwood slow to go at the start. Mac Joey won the kick. Beauchamp Toro and Anthem's coming across at a great rate. Anthem's moving up on the outside. Is going to be taken to the front by Morris from Toro and Beauchamp. Mac Joey fourth the fence. 2 lengths away in the field is Vitronite moving around. Room for a Slew, who for a stride wanted to get his head up in the air. Back on the inside is Lord Gargantor. 2 lengths to Josh Stks. Then came Luther. Morphy well back with Valance, and Goodwood whipped them in. Turo on the outside, taken to the front now with 1,000 metres to go by Oliver. He crossed and rolled to the lead from Anthems, with Beauchamp nicely poised in third. 2 lengths away, Vitronite moving up, but he's a bit deep. Just inside of him, Mac Joey from Room for a Slew with the red colours. 2 lengths to Lord Gargantor. Gargantor. Josh Stks about centre field, or a bit worse than that. Morphy coming forward on the outside around Luther, Valance, and last of all is Goodwood. 700 metres to go, and the front runner is the heavily backed Toro. He led by nearly 2 lengths now on Beauchamp. Back on the inside is Anthems, 2 lengths away, making ground Vetronite. Room for a slew starting to travel into the race. Mac Joey is back 6th the inside. Morphy deep from making ground Josh Stks and Lord's Gargantor. They were followed by Goodwood. Well back as Luther and Valance in the straight. Toro at the foot of the rise, the front runner. Beauchamp's a length away, trying to come after him. Down the outside, Room for a slew, and he's coming with a good run. Toro still in front. Room for a slew, pegging him back at the 200. Room for a slew's moved up to Toro from Mac Joey, Beauchamp and Lord's Gargantor. Room for a slew and Toro. Toro is finding heaps under pressure. He's in front. Room for a slew's run's ended and Toro's too good. Toro wins the last from Room for a slew and Lord's Gargantor. Josh Stks was next from Beauchamp and Valance. Goodwood out wide. Then Mac Joey, Vetronite. Well back would have been Luther, Morphy, and Anthems has failed again. He was last. Heavy plunge there with Toro. Damien Oliver, who has a wonderful record in his home state in Melbourne of riding the last winner, much to the delight of punters, has done it here again at $5.20 for the win. He was
perfect day. And away they go in the last, the Danzig Connection Stake. Brave did a little slow with Sovereign Countess, and away very quickly was Oriental Queen. Muffin showing some speed, and so is Jula Maritza and Powers Hope at stablemate. In behind those then came Cubicle. Princess LaRue is wide around the outside of those. There's Bacon Bits taking them on at the 1,000-metre turn from Brave Deed. They were followed further back in the field behind them by Sovereign Countess with Muffin between them. Oriental Queen's on their inside. Further back in the field behind those then La Dance. They were followed then by Barossa Class, South Brightier, and 3 away last of all is Trente Love. As they move down the side of the course now, and Bold Shaz has come out of the ruck to take a lead of about a length over Jewel of Maritza. On the outside, Bacon Bits at the 600 has been wide throughout. Cubicle in behind those. Brave Deed is there, followed further back by Powers Hope being ridden along. Oriental Queen to the outside, and wider out around those. Sovereign Countess starting to put in. In the straight they race, and Jewel of Maritza is the leader. Bacon Bits on the outside now. Cubicle's putting in a bit of a run. Oriental Queen is behind those, and they were followed wider out then by Sovereign Countess, but at the 200-metre mark, Bacon Bits the leader from Cubicle. Oriental Queen runs on, and so does La Dance getting between them, but it's Bacon Bits the leader. Oriental Queen, Cubicle, and down the outside, Sovereign Countess. Bacon Bits in front, and Bacon Bits wins it. 2.5 to Oriental Queen. Third is Sovereign Countess. Fourth was La Dance, followed then by Cubicle. They were followed by, over on the outside, Brave Deed. Now the Bolter. Trente Love joined in and beat a few in. Further back, Jewel of Maritza, followed by Barossa Class. Then came Cubicle easing down from Muffin, Powers Hope, Princess LaRue. Further back, South Brightier. And after being a leader for a stride or two, Bold Shazza knocked up near the tail.
Thanks, Ron. That